Here's the headlight pattern on a fence. So you can see there's the high beams, there's the low beams. And these are the type of headlights that that move back and forth, you know, so they have the movement. And this one seems to work pretty good. It doesn't really, it's not moving so much towards annoying, or it's actually somewhat functional. Even on the, like I drive on flat roads that are not very curvy, so, you know, I don't really get the full benefit of the motion lights, you know. But I can see where these could be useful in certain scenarios. And the automatic high beams so far have been working okay. They're it's one of those things where they usually don't work very well, but this one seems to be working good. So as we drive, you'll notice with the low beams that there is a cutoff, like a little shadow on the oncoming lane. So just because the pattern isn't perfectly, that's intentional. Just because the pattern isn't like perfectly flat, doesn't mean there's a problem. That's actually intended to be a little bit lower on the oncoming lane. You can see that cutoff. Now this cutoff does seem a little bit high. So we'll see how it goes as far as other cars. But yeah, I guess that lower portion kind of helps out with not blinding oncoming drivers. I think it just kind of looks high there on the sides, which gives good visibility even with the low beams there on the sides of the road. So there's the low beams, and then there's the high beams. You can see that, see the difference there. And yeah, these look pretty good. The high beams are not as like impressive as you might think. They are good. These are definitely good headlights. But it's like the low beams are already filling in almost everything, and then you go to the high beams, it just kind of, you know, it does add a significant amount of light, but you already got good low beams, and it just kind of fills in the gaps there for the high beams. Now it does shine some light close to the vehicle, which is interesting when we put the high beams on. Usually high beams focus more on the distance and not so much the closeness of the vehicle here on the side. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I think you can see that on that corner there, where it's actually there on the sides of the vehicle. But yeah, I think these are pretty good headlights. Yeah, I think they're pretty good. I mean, it's not like they're, yeah, I think these are great. I think I would say that they're really good. They're not like the best or anything, but they're up there. They're up there as far as visibility, and it's not really like patchy or anything like that. There's no, you have the combination of projector and reflector, and then so they do a good job of overlapping that enough to where you don't see any like significant patchiness in the road or anything like that. And also the motion of the headlights, the left right motion with the motion of the steering wheel, just kind of is smooth and very it's just not noticeable, you know, unless I like, even when I move the steering wheel, it's very subtle, you know. Some vehicles, it's like every little tiny micro motion of the steering wheel you make, and it's like this, you know, moving light in front of you. But this one's just very subtle. It does a good job of being functional without being a little bit annoying. So yeah, I'm impressed with these headlights.